Welcome to the Political Matrix News. Politics, people, local, regional, national news. Political Matrix News keeps you informed. We have the sources, we have the truth from inside the Political Matrix. The Political Matrix newscast underway. This is Friday last I checked, it's still Wednesday, the 5th of June.
Wednesday,
I'm getting really ahead of myself because I was thinking what's happening in 75 days as we record this, 75 days from now. And what happens on August the, 20th?
Yeah,
Anybody?
we have a primary in Florida.
Oh, the Florida primary. Oh,
the primary.
Primary.
The one that decides probably, I'm thinking it decides more races than the general election. Do you think that?
It does, yeah.
Indeed, it does.
Rick Scott's up for re-election. Senator Rick Scott, the junior senator of Florida, our former governor, is up for re-election. And is he going to have a problem at all?
Well, I don't think so. I don't think he'll have any trouble at all. He's way ahead in the polls. He's doing a great job in D.C. as moving himself into the leadership position to replace the McConnell guy, Turtle. That was there
Mitch
before.
McConnell, right?
And Mitch McConnell was really he was a good leader on our behalf, but
I think he is way past his expiration date. Okay, let's be honest.
Yeah.
You know,
really, I just think that I think that they should change leadership regularly, but only because the leaders, they run on focus on a thing, and then they accomplish that thing. Well, now they got to invent things to be in favor of, and it's not. It's better to have fresh perspective, on a pretty regular basis.
I think it's great today that during D.C. they killed Schumer's bill on contraception today, and actually Rick Scott helped lead the charge. He led 20 Republicans in the Senate to join with Democrats to go ahead and stop and kill the bill.
Impressive.
So, that was very good.
That's leadership. Mitch McConnell we don't know where he was, and I frankly don't care. Now, here's my real question about Chuck Schumer. Besides, I hate the fact that he always lets everybody put our reading glasses on at the same time. Let's do our come on, Greg. Come on, Scott. Put your glasses on. Let's all try to look like Schumer here. Scott.
Yeah, but
thank you. Look at this. Here we are, a Schumer lookalike contest. And who the hell wants to win that one? Okay, okay, we're good. Thank you. That's a subject. But Schumer, I mean, it's prop. It's absolutely a prop.
Yeah, I mean, he asked Netanyahu to step down, for God's sakes. I mean, he's a freaking senator in New York, and he's asking the leader of Israel to step down.
No, but here's the real thing. Schumer is the most powerful Jewish politician in the United States. Yes?
Exactly.
Yes. Why or how the hell does he allow Joe Biden to force a political settlement of the war with Hamas? Biden is cramming it down the throat of Israel. How does Schumer allow that to happen?
How does he allow it? I mean, he asked Netanyahu to step down. I mean, he doesn't respect Netanyahu or Israel at all. He asked him to remove himself as prime minister and for there to be new elections or a new prime minister. He doesn't care or give a hoot about the Jewish Israel population over there, or nor their safety to the same regard as he should. Now, he might, but right now with him taking Hamas aside and him, hedging his bets more toward that direction, it doesn't look all that good for him being loyal to the Jewish people.
Yeah, Benjamin Netanyahu is basically the Franklin Roosevelt of Israel. He's been prime minister longer than anybody else, and a lot of everybody else is put together. Okay,
he's doing a great job at defending his country.
That's his job. Yeah, absolutely. And help me out here. Wasn't his brother, his older brother, was the single Israeli killed in the Entebbe raid in 1976?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And Netanyahu was Israeli airborne. If not then right after that. He never went into the special operations unit that his brother was in, as far as we know. And if he'd been Mossad, who knows? He may still be for everything. So let's talk about Rick Scott. Is Rick Scott going to have any problems becoming the Republican leader in the Senate?
I don't think anybody wants it. Yeah, I think it's a thankless job.
I don't think that anyone who can get it wants it. I mean, there are a lot of people over in the Senate that want it, but I don't think any of the ones that are capable of getting it. And let's be honest, in order to be the leader in really any of these legislative bodies, one of the important qualifications is that you're able to fundraise. And Rick Scott can fundraise, and he doesn't care.
And the other side is hurting
He can
cats.
shake the tree with the best of them.
And he can hurt cats. I mean, whenever he's the governor of Florida, I mean, we had the hurricanes here. I mean, he actually organized some of the largest evacuations, safe evacuations in United States history, with all the major hurricanes hitting Florida. And he did a great job with the legislature and working with the legislature during gun control issues and gun issues with the Parkland shootings and the reactions and everything with that, and handling both sides of the very, very dangerous political fence there with gun issues. And so, I mean, he handled everything very well on both sides. And I mean, he's a very good leader. He's good at managing the government, and he's good at herding cats, and he's also very good at raising money.
Yeah. He, by the way, one or two of the other things that happened during his tenure as governor, I had during his tenure an ongoing relationship with Governor Rick Scott. He was a regular on my radio show in Pensacola. I would get phone calls occasionally, not necessarily the Donald Trump and what's his name, Sean Hannity thing, which is an everyday 30 minutes after Hannity's show. But we spoke off air. I had breakfast and dinner with him in Pensacola during various visits, and it was just Rick, just sitting right here across the table. And and I will tell you this: in all the years of covering politics, I've never seen a more disciplined candidate, because he was all about jobs. Remember the job thing? No matter what question I asked him, it always came back, circled right back to jobs. He said, that's a great idea, but let's talk about getting jobs for Florida. He exceeded his plan for bringing jobs into Florida. He watched over Florida past the 20 million population mark, and now we're at 22 and change. But that really happened during his tenure. And I think the economics, the finance of the state went pretty well as well under Rick Scott. So he certainly has the qualifications, and it really puts him a leg up on a lot of other Republican senators, because he'll be right there, even though, my son-in-law refers to him as Skeletor. Rick is a little follically impaired. Maybe he needs some hair from Greg Fink. But is he one of the people that offered to buy that, Greg?
No, he isn't.
That would be my take. That'd be my take on Rick Scott. So,
I mean, one thing is he's definitely a patriot and he loves America, and so he'd be, I think, a very good leader.
Scott Miller.
Well, let me tell you, nobody stays on message like him. He's a dream candidate. I wish he was one of our clients, because he stays on message. Like, as you told, he is relentless about it. He'll take a question, give some perfunctory answer, and then immediately spin right over into the talking point that is important for him. So he's nearly impossible to distract in a campaign setting. So I think he's got a terrific opportunity to go there and be the guy, because he'll be able to go as speaker or as Senate president, and go. He'll be able to help people get elected and get reelected.
Mm-hmm. Well, fingers crossed on that. I think it's
great.
All right, we mentioned that Greg Fink had something to say about the Republican Party of Florida. Let's see, the most recent head of the party, did they pay him off? They canceled his contract because there was something about him sexually assaulting a woman, or was it consensual? And it turns out his wife and he and this woman and the other women apparently had multiple threesomes. They were into that. Well, everybody's got to have a hobby, no problem. But, it's really pretty hypocritical. Okay, that they say one thing and do another, especially when the other thing happens to be, shall we say, so embarrassing. Scott, didn't he want a payoff on his contract from the Republican Party of Florida?
I heard something about that, but I don't really know a lot of the details. That's one of the rumor mill kind of things. So I mean, it could be true, it could not be true. He was very dead set on keeping his position, and I think Evan Power came in and had a meeting that basically just gave him the boot.
I
But
think
it
he
was
wanted $2 million
Greg.
payout.
Greg, yeah, was there a payout or should there be?
Yeah, he didn't get the payout, no, but he wanted a $2 million payout, and that's what he wanted then to buy out the rest of his contract as the RPOF chairman. I guess his salary is like $450,000, $500,000 a year as a chairman, and he had just gotten elected as chairman, so he's a very new chairman, and so he was having a lot of fun with his money, and him and his
Clearly.
wife were. Yeah, they were very good at having fun and partying, and in their adult consensual manner, which was morally decadent for the Republican Party. But hey, it was good for the family, for them. So whatever. I don't know if they have any children or not. God, I hope they don't. If they do have children, then I'm embarrassed.
Wait a
for
minute,
them.
isn't she in the Moms for?
I guess she.
Liberty,
that's
Moms
right.
for
She is in the
Freedom.
moms
She
thing.
might be a mom. I don't know. I haven't seen a kid.
Isn't she
any of these
the
photos.
president in Florida?
The founder.
She's a founder.
Founder.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Great.
Moms for Liberty.
Yeah. Hypocrisy much? Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to
maybe
check.
A little bit.
All right.
Maybe they should hang out with Hunter Biden. And we haven't mentioned Matt Gaetz yet, so maybe we should hang out with Hunter guy and Matt Gaetz.
So there you have it.
They won't be a party.
We now have covered that. I don't want to mention Matt Gaetz. I mean, why? Has he done anything worth mentioning?
Actually, he's done nothing.
Anything?
No. I'm with you guys. I honestly don't. This isn't the bash Matt Gaetz show. When Matt does something that that merits it, we'll bash him. But until he does, so far he's been kind of quiet.
That's how his
the only thing I will say about him is I hear him say a lot of things I agree with, and that's the most infuriating thing for me is that he talks the right talk, but I know in my heart that he's only saying these things to raise money because he could care less whether any of these things happen.
But he needs the money. That's the important
thing. See, we already had a light round of bashing Matt Gaetz.
There we go. 30 seconds. Now we can move on.
That'll work. This is the Political Matrix Newscast.